Why does he have that weird round body there to sit in? We did all we could. This place isn't safe anymore now that the tower's barrier is broken. Malpercio's minions could come attack at any time. I agree, the children of the earth should move to the sky to Anyunyu. We must join forces if we hope to win. I see what you're saying. I'll have everyone prepare right away. Once ready, our people will join you in the sky. Please tell the people of Algorab to hurry as well. Yeah, way to go, Crumley, you moron. You must be happy. This is your first-class ticket out of here. Callus. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it would come to this. Yeah, you're a moron. I will stay here. What are you talking about? That's not going to solve anything. But if you feel guilty for what you've done, the best thing to do is join the others up there and fight for what's right. This battle's not going to be pretty. Yes, you're right. I will. Well, why don't we head up first? Before you leave, take this Mizuti. What is it? This mask has been passed on for generations among our village elders. It originally belonged to one of the ancient wizards. I would like you to wear it. Wow, Mizuti, thanks to the great Camero. Let's go. Is it literally the exact same mask? It looks the exact same. All right. Well, let me look at this guide for a second. Do I just go back now? There's where I fought that boss. Where on this? Okay, yeah, there's where I fought Malpercio. Okay, I do need to go back to Anyunyu now. Is what it looks like. Let's get out of here. I need to go back in the labyrinth to get out of here? Oh no, we need to go to the port. Okay, cool. I did not want to have to go back through the labyrinth. Oh yeah, there's no more toxic clouds, so now the dragon is like, yeah, dude, I'm here. What's up? Save the game. It's been a second. You're already at 45 minutes. Time flies. I was wondering if I'd be able to finish the game in an hour. I didn't think I'd be able to, but we're making progress. We're almost there. Away! We're gonna get it done. One way or another. Hello. Oh yeah, the leaders of the places. Kodell told me what happened. Welcome back, Callus. Thanks, but I owe my return to Zella and the others, and Callus too, of course. I don't think I could have survived without him. That may be true. You may have been eternally trapped in darkness, but thankfully you're back with us now. With our combined efforts, it may be possible to destroy the wicked god. Let us join forces and face this head on. Okay. Callus, King Laudican, you don't need to say anything. You're back with us now. That's all we care about. Oh yeah, this game had that really, like, that big twist moment where it's like, actually, Callus was evil the whole time, but then it was like, lol, JK, he was just brainwashed, so that didn't actually have any meaning. Everyone else remember that? I remember that. Let's destroy Malpercio and end this war. Callus, you managed to cast aside the power of darkness that you had received from Malpercio. Since you were able to do that, perhaps there's still hope for Melodia. Please save my Melodia. Duke Calburn, I will. I'll bring her out from the darkness. I promise you that. I think we should just, like, kill her, though. Thank you. I know you can do it. Duke Calburn, are you all right? I'm fine now. I certainly don't want to stay in bed while others are out fighting the good fight. How did it go? Well, it's gone better. I see. So even the ancient wizard's descendants are unable to stop the evil god? What should we do then? I don't know. Can we like get a really big gun and shoot him? Sooner or later, the enemy will wear down our defenses unless we take some sort of action. For now, they only seem to be launching small and sporadic attacks on our towns and villages. It's as if they're toying with us, whittling down our strength. I say we should give them all we got, full throttle. Invade Core Hydra Castle and wipe out Malpercio while we still have enough manpower. It would be foolish to throw away your life like that. That's what Callus is best at, though. But I doubt we could invade the castle with our current capabilities. Maybe you're right, but still. So you're saying that even though it's a shot in the dark, it's all we got going for us? That's what I'm saying. If we give it a shot, it just might work. You'll never make it into the Core Hydra Castle. Kodell, do I know who you are? Your Majesty, it's been a while. Oh, this is the chick from the Land of Ice or whatever. You appear to have a chicken man with you? So glad you're in good spirits. It's good to see you again, Queen Zella. Why don't you think we can make it into Core Hydra? They have raised a powerful shield around it. There's no way we could penetrate the defenses. A shield? Well, trying to force your way in is useless. We can't afford to sacrifice lives in that manner. Uh-huh, simple-minded, happy-go-lucky guy who uses brute force to solve everything is a major turn-off to girls. Okay. That's enough. As you wish. You're literally a bird. Shut up before I pull a Glock on you. This meeting is adjourned. In time, with the Children of the Earth helping us, we should be able to come up with a viable plan. Yes, indeed, you all must be very tired. Take a well-deserved rest. Oh, and Kalis, I got this for you. We went to Sodelsud for a report. Someone told me to give this to you. A letter for me. There's something I need to talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you in Kebelrai village. Larakush. I don't know who Larakush is. Larakush, the dock back in Kebelrai? Oh, that's like the dude that Kalis was staying with at the very start of the game, I think? Could he have really been working for the Empire with Gramps? Something to talk to me about? What could it be? Huh? What is it? Nothing. Thanks, Katrain. No problem. Weird chicken lady freak. Will you do me a favor, Kalis? I need to go to Kebelrai to see Larakush. If he really did work with Gramps, he probably wants to tell me something about those days. This is a personal issue, so I don't plan on getting Zella and the others involved. Are you with me? If you say so. I knew you'd say that. Thanks, Kalis. Let's go. Alright, so I assume I need to... Hey, kid, where do you think you're going? Alright, well, that whole going alone thing just immediately failed. Instantly. You're gonna see Dr. Larakush, aren't you? We'll go with you. But it has nothing to do with you. It must be about Gramps. Gramps, the guy who, like, worked for the Empire and had some hand in the Malpertio nonsense? I don't even remember. Yeah, I think that has to do with everyone at this point, you moron. Precisely. I'm curious as to what the famed engineer, Dr. George, was working on for the Empire. You could get in bad trouble. Mizuti should watch over you. It's really none of my business what you gotta do, but going at it alone is out of the question. I don't know what to say. Say, let's go. Let's make it happen. Whoops. Let's get out of here. I am really quickly because we got a lot of experience from those bosses. I think it's possible that even with the insta-kill turned on, the enemy is fast. The enemies are like faster than us. Oh, I just told you to explain leveling up to me. My bad. That's not what I meant. I meant to pray. Yeah, so I was gonna say we should level up to make sure that Kalis is, and whoever else we use, is as likely to like live through hits and have the opportunity to get their one shot in that insta-kills. This leveling system is still so weird to me. It's like an interesting gimmick, but I don't think I really like it. That might just be because I don't like the game at large, though, to be completely fair. But, I don't know. In concept, it seems kind of neat, but a lot of times I feel like I wish I would just level up when I'm in action instead of having to go back here and press a button for it. It just seems like a really weird middleman. Like, there's somewhat of a downside to doing a class up, right? Because you get less, like, it gives you less time to react in combat. So maybe you would think about that and be like, am I sure I want to class up? Is 7 seconds enough time to, like, select my moves? Even if it gives me more, which I think it basically always is worth it. But, the level ups are just, like, they're strict positives, so I don't really get why they're like, put a middleman in there. Make it where they have to, like, go back to the shrine to, or to a prayer thing to level up, instead of just getting their level up after winning a fight. It's Sodelsud, they said, right? Think this is where I need to go? Yeah, this is the place where we started the game, I vaguely remember. Yeah, and it's right here. This is Kebelrai or whatever. Or Sebelrai, however you say it. This is where we first met Mimai, the best character in the game. I think it's this building? There we go. I'm sure this is private business. We'll be waiting out here. Thanks, it shouldn't take long. Didn't Liud want to talk to George? Of the jungle?
Yeah.
Ah, you've come. Welcome. I've been waiting for you, Kalis. Things must have been pretty awful for you, but I'm glad to see you're in good health. Thanks, Doc. Long time no see. I got your letter, so you have something to tell me. Were you really working with Gramps and for the Empire? Now then, where should I start? I'm about to have to read a lot of dialogue, aren't I? From the very beginning, I suppose, with the experiment we were working on. It's been almost 20 years since. Hey, you've been to the Empire, so you probably heard about us. George and I were born in a small desert village. We were recruited by the Empire around 20 years ago and began working on military research. Under Emperor Geldoblame's orders, we were supposed to design new weaponry, battleships, and iron beetles. But there was also another project we were assigned to, one that was kept strictly confidential. We were attempting to solve the secret of the Magnus. What you know today as Magna Essence is a technology originally established ages ago by the wizards of old. It consists of encoding and storing the essence of matter and decoding it later on to restore the material to its original form. Oh, sounds fun. Yet it was said to be impossible to encode a living creature into a Magnus. Since quite some time ago, this type of research has been strictly prohibited. Creatures casted into a Magnus would end up distorted and defective when later invoked, but George had succeeded. He was a true genius. At first, we planned to make use of the power sealed deep within the lava caves. It turned out to be one of the sealed in Magnus. Giacomo, Aim, and Folin were the results of those initial experiments. That's why all three have extraordinary powers. So Giacomo and his goons had gotten some power from the in Magnus. That's right. But with the in Magnus sealed away, that was the best we could do, so we took it to another level. Super Saiyan 3? You know what I'm talking about? Can't you remember? This is about you and your brother, Fee. Callus, George created you artificially. Oh, okay. Over the years, we conducted numerous experiments under close watch of the Empire, but even George couldn't succeed in encoding a living creature. Something very important, not found as a mere object, would be lost when a creature was encoded, and would be missing when the creature was reconstructed. It was then that George altered his approach yet again. Instead of encoding extracted Magna Essence, he began working on modifying an existing working Magnus to create a living creature. George seemed totally engrossed in his work back then. He chose a base material and spent months modifying and improving it, slowly altering the Magnus properties. His experiment was successful. Several months later, a new life was created. You were the result, Callus. You're not even a real person. That's impossible. I know this is difficult to believe, but you'll understand someday. Born from a Magnus you were, how should I put it, excessively human. You had too many of the flaws present in human beings, and you were born with just one wing. You see, he was trying to make a human that had no flaws? I thought he was just trying to make a human. Geldoblame was unsatisfied with the results of the experiment. What he wanted was a pure, perfect life form. His intention was to study the Magnus of such a life form and to unlock the secret of eternal life. He would call this hypothetical life form the Divine Child. The Divine Child. Since around that time, Geldoblame became obsessed with overcoming the limitations of human beings. George furthered his studies based on your Magnus, making improvements until several years later, another life was born. A child born of a true living Magnus. So you're trying to tell me that Fee, he was created too? But Codell, one of the witches, said she didn't feel any Magnus within me? Your Magnus is quite different from those found in this world. George had drastically modified the original Magnus. Suppose you brought in a creature with blue blood instead of red and asked someone to study its blood. Many would shake their heads and say it's not possible, as the creature has no blood at all. If you brought in a creature and pricked it with a needle and blue liquid came out, I think you wouldn't say that it has no blood. I feel like the natural conclusion isn't to say you have no blood. The natural conclusion there is to say their blood is blue. That's weird. We should study this. So I think your analogy kind of falls apart here, Larakush. That doesn't make much sense. When people think of blood, they picture a red liquid. Yeah, a blue liquid would not fit the description. But if you poked something and a liquid came out, they would be like, oh, your blood must be blue. They wouldn't be like, oh, you don't have blood, you have this weird blue Kool-Aid instead. Like, are you stupid? Do you hear yourself? They would need someone to point out to them that it's simply a matter of the creature's blood being blue. Unless they're really dumb, I feel like they would, if it's someone who you would trust to examine blood, I feel like they could make that logical conclusion without someone else pointing it out to them. This analogy is awful. Until then, they would picture the creatures being bloodless. No, they wouldn't. I'm mad. I'm actually so mad. This is one of the stupidest things I've read in a minute. That's idiotic. Even if the blood was right there in front of their eyes. Wrong! You're wrong! You're an idiot! A similar thing could be said about your Magnus. I think I get what you're trying to say. I get that he's stupid. Back to the subject, after Fee was born, George was a man redeemed. The time he spent with you and Fee may have stirred something within him that had been dormant for a long time. Or maybe there was something about Fee that brought about these changes in him. Eventually, 12 years ago, we decided to escape from the Empire. Oh my goodness, George is hideous. Tell me, Larakush, what on earth have we done? We succeeded in creating life from a Magnus, but for what purpose? Is it worth anything at all? Or did we merely open a door leading to further sorrow and despair? George, we have other things to think about right now. We need to make a decision. After all, we're their parents. It's our responsibility to do the right thing and protect them. Right? You're absolutely right. What do you want to do? Follow Geldablame's orders and continue your research? No, we must put an end to this. Callus and Fee can no longer be victims of his vile ambitions. I understand. There's only one thing we can do then. Yes, let's destroy this lab with explosives so that no records or samples can be recovered. Nothing shall remain. We'll feign our deaths in the explosion and leave the Empire in secret. We should head for Mira. That island is close to the dimensional boundary and periodically shifts between dimensions. Even if they find out we set up the explosion, being in Mira should buy us some time. The four of us will live in peace, you, me, Callus, and Fee. Shh, someone's coming. I came to confirm tomorrow's schedule for the holomaton experiments. How is your analysis of its Magnus coming along? No problems, it's going exactly as planned. We need to account for fluctuations related to his growth patterns. We need more time to be sure, I've told you this repeatedly. Huh, so you need more time? How much? 5 years, 10? At your current rate, it may well take forever. We need results, not excuses. The Emperor's patience has its limits. Also, you have orders to dispose of the defective sample tomorrow. It's no longer of any use to us, no need to keep it alive. Giacomo, how could you? George, don't. Giacomo, let me ask you, this experiment we're working on, the Emperor's plans, don't they bother you at all? You of all people should know better. I'm not like you or my father. Thanks to your experiments, I now wield a power no mundane human could ever hope for. Besides, you started all this in the first place. Now is not the time for regrets. You will continue the experiment. I will see to that, I assure you. I myself can hardly wait. What will this project show us? Where will it lead us? There's so much to look forward to. Ha ha ha. Oh no, fire. Emperor, the laboratory is in flames. Oh, this ugly idiot. Everything went as planned. We managed to reach Mira under the guise of travelers. Maybe it was from the shock of the explosion when you awoke after escaping from the Empire. You'd lost your memory of everything that happened until then. The most classic of all plot conveniences, amnesia. Fee was only 3 years old, so he didn't seem to remember much either. Soon after I left Mira and came to live here. I don't know exactly what happened to you and Mira 2 years ago. George and I had lived separate lives. Imagine how surprised I was when seeing you brought to this village. Giacomo died in the Imperial capital. Is that so? So I was born of a Magnus. George created me. I can't believe that. I'm not surprised. Take your time, boy. Let it sink in. Either way, you're yourself. That's what counts. How you were born is unimportant. It's the same for anybody. We don't choose to be born. We simply realize one day that we're here, that we exist. I have something for you. George asked me to give it to you should you need it one day. This must be the time. Gramps left me something? Yes, way back then. When we had settled down in Mira, George told me he intended to leave something for you. I don't know what it is, but you'll find it in a cabin up in the Celestial Alps. The Celestial Alps? Yes, there's a cabin near the mountaintop. George and I built it after we left the Empire. A cabin in the Alps. He stashed it there, huh? Where is the Alps? Is that back in Mira? Yes, I suggest you go there and look for it. All right. If you say so. Doctor, I need to ask you one last time. Who gave me my name? The Emperor, Geldablame. Hearing you were not the perfect being he had envisioned, he called you an ill omen, a cursed premonition of things to come. He named you Callus, which means raven in a long-lost language. I see. After we left the Empire, George and I tried to give you a new name, but you would have none of it. Your name was the one thing you remembered. Guess it was the reason for my existence and my hatred. Something I just couldn't get rid of. Caw-caw! Bird noises. Hey guys, I'm not a real person. Callus, are you okay? I'm fine. Would you all come with me to the Celestial Alps? The doctor said Gramps left me something there. No problem. I don't know what went on in there between you and the doc, but cheer up, kid. Yes, we have so much left to do. We need you in high spirits. Up your cheer, Callus. Mizudi is with you. Focus your thoughts solely on the mission. You'll have plenty of time for reflection once it's over. Survival is priority 1, right? Thanks, all of you. Let's go, Callus. Yeah, let's go, everyone. Callus. Alright, I'm just a little bit over an hour, so we're gonna save and wrap up here. I think if I look at this guide, there are 2 sections of the guide left I need to get through. One of them is called the Celestial Alps, and then the other one is called, like, the Core Hydra thing, the final dungeon. So, didn't get as close to the end as I was hoping in this hour, but we should be pretty close. I hate these stupid ducks. just quacking. Shut up. But yeah, I will do my best to get this done this week. I'll finish recording it and get it all uploaded because I want this in the books before I finish Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fossil Fighter Championship. And then I have Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen to start sometime soon, and then Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Yeah, all right, getting close to getting all these sub goals done. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even though the playthrough is pretty scuffed at this point. But I'm determined to get through to the end of it. I want to see the end of the story and say that I finished it, even if it was in the most scuffed way possible. So yeah, thanks for watching. Check the links in the description for my Twitch channel if you want to catch me doing playthroughs live, or just keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate the support either way. And until next time, farewell.